Kiana says she was raped by two of her sister Rena's ex-boyfriends, starting when she was just 12 years old. And to make matters worse, she says her own family has said she's either lying about the rape or if it did happen, she did not resist. But Kiana claims she'd never lie about something so devastating. In fact, she says the only dishonest person in this story is Rena because she believes Rena stole their grandmother's $100,000 life insurance payout and robbed Kiana of her inheritance. Kiana, why are you here?
I'm here because I was raped at 12 throughout my whole teenage year. And I'm hurt about it. I'm angry, I'm upset, and I just want everything to come out and show that I'm not lying about anything, that it has really, it has really haunted me. I'm not the same person. I'm really, I'm just closed in.
So when you were a young girl starting at the age of 12, you were raped multiple times?
Yes. It was about 2-3 times.
2-3 times?
Yeah.
And different men?
Yes, 2 different ones.
2 different men. And they were your sister's boyfriends?
My sister's boyfriend.
Were these men of age?
They were older.
Yeah, and you were 12 years
12.
old. Did you tell your family about it?
I didn't until I just got tired of it because I was scared I would either be in trouble or they wouldn't believe me. And then when I finally did tell them, it's like they just didn't believe anything I was saying.
When did you tell them?
About 13, 14 years old when I finally got tired of it.
So you were still a child and you said,
yes.
Hey, I got raped. And how did they react?
They reacted terrible. At first, they act like they believed me. They went to the police station, everything, talked to the officers, and I talked to the cop myself. And I just recently found out that the cop told her that I was never raped. So ever since then, everything just switched over, or I'm a liar.
So at first they believed you, they did go to the police, but the police said, we don't believe that she was raped,
right.
And then your family doesn't believe you.
Right, and they have been treating me terrible ever since.
Rena had sent you some texts?
Yes, and currently about a few weeks ago, she's actually still texting, telling me I'm a liar, I'm a dirty hoe, it's just.
She sends you texts saying that?
Yeah, she said that.
Do you have a relationship with your sister?
Not at all. We have a terrible relationship. She have never really wanted a relationship with me. It's like she just always been distant, telling people that she's adopted into the family. It's just it hurts because that's my older sister. We don't have a mother. Our grandmother just passed about a year ago. So she was the next step over to protect me,
She's your older sister.
Yeah, and she hates me and I did nothing to her.
What's this about Rena stealing your grandmother's insurance money?
Well, it was $100,000. I was actually told by a family member of ours that she had put our grandmother in a nursing home, waiting for her to die, so that she can have the insurance money.
And do you feel like you're entitled to some of the insurance money?
At least $10,000.
Yeah. Now we have these texts from her in which she is showing you what she purchased with the money?
Yes.
What did she purchase?
It was a bunch of things for herself. She was just sending different pictures, trying to flock that she has the money to show that, I got this, and I got this, and I got that, and this third.
And you didn't get anything?
Didn't get a dime.
Let's meet your older sister, Rena.
You are a liar. Awful. I don't believe you were ever raped.
You wasn't there. You was there in that house at any time.
What vent?
You was not there. You know what vent I'm talking about right there where we was at childhood. Yes, you do.
There's no we.
Yes,
I took
you
you to the police station.
You was not there. You did not sit there protect me. You run the man around me.
What did I do?
How that was. You didn't do no background check. You didn't do nothing.
How
you
am I
just
gonna do a background check as a
they
teenager?
said. You was the next step to take care of me and the siblings.
Your father is the next to take care of you.
Yeah,
I'm not your mother.
But still, you the older sister. We don't have no mother. We didn't have no grandmother.
I am not your mother.
You was the next one.
I am not
care.
your father.
You're supposed to be there.
I was a child. Everybody told me not to come here because you're doing this for attention.
No, I'm not.
You've been trying to do this for years to get attention for something. You could have bought people on TV for so many other reasons.
And I've been telling you for
could
years
not wait
and you didn't believe
to get me on TV for a lie. And you knew you were lying.
To go upstairs
That's
just
the
for a second.
problem.
I'm
You
going
know
to bring
that
you
you're
back
lying.
Okay.
You could not wait to get me on here.
You ain't worth it.
Can we sit?
I'm worth a whole lot, honey. Hi, Steve. How you doing?
Good. I'm good, and I'm glad you came.
Thank you.
So you believe that your younger sister was not raped?
I don't believe that she was. I believe something happened
Right.
with the first boyfriend. I do.
Yeah.
That's why when it was brought to me, when I found out about it, instantly I went to the police. We met with the detective. They met with me first. Well, they met with both of us, and they talked to me to make sure I wasn't like a bitter ex or something. I did let the detective know, like, look, I don't live there, so I don't know what happened. This is what's told to me.
You weren't there when the rape occurred?
No, I wasn't even living in the house.
Right.
So the detective interviewed her. It was some time past. I went back in there, and she said, your sister wasn't raped. I said, oh, okay. She said she was not raped. There was not a lot of context behind that. Yeah. But I'm like, okay, so she wasn't raped. But I spoke with Kiana after the fact. You know, I'm trying to find out what's going on. And in my mind, I'm believing something did happen.
What did she say to you?
She said he raped me. At first, it was something about a bear. Then it was something about, I'm listening to her backstage. This is all extra stuff that she's throwing in there that I knew nothing about, not even from a week ago. I can't keep it straight. I don't lie for a living, so I can't keep this stuff straight. Who's constantly, I'm not saying that people don't get assaulted.
Right, it happens. Obviously.
But the worst thing you can do is lie about it. Right. So I question her character based on that because it's always something. And
she doesn't go to the police?
No, nothing ever happens. And now she's blaming another ex-boyfriend. I did not know anything about this until a week ago.
Did your family ever take the stance, well, you were having consensual sex?
I did. I said that.
Well, but you seem like a very intelligent woman. Mm-hmm. A 13-year-old can't consent to a grown man.
I'm not a police officer. I'm not a police officer. You have to remember, at the time, I was a very, very young person. I'm not some old woman now. So I was very young. I don't know what the age of consent is. I didn't know anything about that. I don't work for the police. So.
But you did know that a child.
I know that. I know that that's why I said something happened that should not have happened. Okay. I don't, listen.
But do you have a relationship with her?
No, I don't, and I don't want one.
But, I mean, No. I don't
involve myself with her.
You know what? It happens. Siblings.
It's too much drama surrounding. Every week there's something with her. Right. There's always arguing with this person, arguing with that person. I need y'all to go jump this person. I don't want anything to do with her.
But you did come today.
I came because what you're not going to do is lie on me. Okay. You're not going to, first off, you're not going to say, I just sat back and let you get raped. That's not the situation.
Would you hope that someday you could have a relationship with her?
I'll pray for her.
She also says that you stole $100,000
That part. That's what made me come here. That's what you're not going to do. You're not going to say.
That's the part that's,
yeah. What policy? What policy? 100. Listen. You listening? My grandmother.
It's my job.
Okay. My grandmother was a single mother in the 1960s when she had our mother. Right. Why would she have a 100? She's always lived below the poverty level. How would she get a $100,000 life insurance policy? This is back then when the insurance man will come knocking at the door and they collect the premium every month and it's just a little bit of money and that's it. The policy was never worth anything more than a burial, and by the time the person passes away, it's not even enough to bury them. Well, that policy lapsed because she didn't pay the premium.
Did you send text to her showing flaunting?
Absolutely. I bought some Band-Aids, I bought some lotion, I bought a remote control, I did not buy the TV, I bought my husband some boots. What else did I buy? I bought some stones for the bathroom with $100,000.
But you said there was $100,000.
There's not.
Yeah. Why are you sending her pictures of Band-Aids?
Because I'm trying to pick.
You're being petty.
I'm being real petty. Yeah. And when my grandmother passed away, I told our brother, I said, it's a shame that I can't bury her because there's no life insurance policy. And that's when I told him about what happened. That was then.
Let's bring your sister Kiana back up.
You are an evil person.
No,
I was raped and you don't want to have nothing to do with me. You talk about something that you got family. I'm your family too.
You don't act like it.
You don't want a relationship with me. I have
because you always are in some mess. There's always something around you, and I don't want to be part of it.
I have tried.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to do better, to want to be better, to want to surround yourself with positive people.
Rena, you came here and we asked you, did you steal any of your grandmother's life insurance policy payout? You answered no. Do you have direct knowledge that your grandmother's insurance policy was worth $5,000? You answered yes. Did you receive any of your grandmother's life insurance policy payout? You answered no. The results came back the same to each one of those 3 questions, and it came back that Rena told the truth.
I'm blinging, blinged out. Look at me, I got all this money. I got this Maserati, I got this big old house. $100,000, I stole it though, right? That's why I came here, because you lied on me. There is no policy. You brought me here on
I
a
did not lie on
lie.
nothing that you told me.
No.
Everything.
No one who loves me or knows me truly has ever questioned anything I've ever done.
Did you steal your grandmother's Social Security checks and not pay her bills? You answered no. Did you steal your grandmother's disability checks? You answered no. The results came back the same, and it came back that Kiana told the truth.
Good for you.
But I was stealing.
Good for you. Let's get
I
to
was
that one. It's more
manipulating
serious.
checks.
That one
I
is
was
more
manipulating
serious.
checks, though. I told you. But
I
you
don't
want
know
to
what
listen
you
to
did with
everybody
the
else.
money.
Nothing. I paid her
Well,
bills.
how did her stuff get cut off?
You tell me. Be
We go on
serious.
to ask Kiana about the rapes. Are you fabricating that you were sexually abused by Rena's first boyfriend when you were approximately ages 12 to 13? She answered no. Are you fabricating that you were ever sexually abused by Rena's first boyfriend? She answered no. Are you fabricating that you were sexually abused by Rena's second boyfriend when you were approximately ages of 13 to 14? She answered no. The results came back the same to those 3 questions, and it came back that Kiana told the truth.
You told me one time.
You said that so I was a dirty hoe. I'm a lying soul. I'm this, that, and third.
I said dusty hoe.
You said
But
I was a dirty hoe.
what I said
I
was,
was a dirty hoe.
you
and
never
I told
told
you I
me
lied.
about
so
the
now
other
go
one.
keep kissing a man's ass and leave me alone. Because you sitting there choosing men.
I don't kiss
and these
nobody's
cops over me
behind.
saying I'm lying.
I don't kiss
am
no
I lying
tail.
now? Am I
Okay,
lying
apparently
now?
not, but you
Your
never said
girlfriend.
anything
No,
to me.
No, you said I can't stand
You didn't tell
I hate
me.
you, bro. I hate
Great,
you.
good for you.
Lying.
Congratulations.
I
Keep
hate
hitting
you.
me. Okay, awesome. Don't
you ever me again.
I haven't said anything to you for
You
years,
are
and I can
wicked,
keep that
bitch.
same energy. She never
You
said
wicked.
anything to me.
Am I lying still?
That's the
You
thing. How am I
wicked.
supposed to address something that I don't know exists? When she
You
said
didn't
she
know
was
it
raped the
exists.
first time, what did I
Because
do?
the night you asked me about
I
the
went
first
to the
boyfriend,
police.
you asked me about and yes, I did. I mean, about the
Wow.
second boyfriend.
No,
and
no,
yes,
no, 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 no.
Yes, you did that same night.
You
that
have
was
voice
checking
messages
him.
and text messages on the
The
phone
same
saying
night
that,
you was sitting
no,
there
I
checking
never
him.
said nothing because you didn't believe me about the first
Right,
one.
because you didn't.
So
I
did
had
you
to
tell
come
me or
up-
didn't you?
I had to come to this extent to
No,
prove
no,
that I'm
no,
not
no. Did
lying.
you tell me or
When you
didn't
couldn't
you?
believe me at the
No,
house.
no, no, no.
You
Did
could
you
have
tell
believed
me
me at
or
home.
did you
I had to
not?
come all the way out here to sit there and show you I'm not lying.
Did you tell me or did you
Am I
not?
still a liar?
Can you
I
answer
still
my
live a
question?
wild life? Am I still that person you think I am? Quit listening to everybody else. You get to know me for yourself.
Okay,
You don't know me at
answer my
all.
question. Did you
You don't
tell
know
me
me at all.
or
Yes.
didn't you?
You just recently found out because I didn't want to tell you.
That's the part.
Because I didn't. Because
I
knew
did
you
not
wouldn't believe
know.
me.
I
Right,
did
and
not
I knew you
know.
wouldn't believe me.
Hold
I'm
on.
confused.
Okay, hold on.
You always confused.
Okay,
You born confused.
but hold on 1 second. And I'm not
I was
trying.
born better than you
Okay.
since I'm so stuck up and
Yeah,
sedate.
uppity. You an
Hold
uppity
on.
bitch.
I'm not trying to patch you guys up. I'm really not, because sometimes these things go really deep. And in all fairness, when this happened the first time, she did address it. She
Yeah.
did take it to the police.
Yeah.
And the police told her it didn't happen.
Right.
So it's not on her. Now you say, well, I didn't tell you after the first time because you wouldn't believe me. It's not her fault that you didn't tell her, okay? I'm not saying were mistakes probably done in the whole family, of course, okay? But you come across very honest person. You passed everything.
am.
She comes across as very honest. You know, she's got her life, you got yours. So you're telling me that everybody on the stage is truthful, not stealing, nobody's stealing. Well, I'm saying, you know, you got your.
She didn't lie about that.
Okay, listen. I'm saying
That needs to be
you
handled.
You
Because of my
seem
sexuality.
okay.
I don't care about your
Okay.
sexuality. I
Let's-
wasn't even gonna
let's-
bring up that situation
let's-
with that girl.
let's-
It's not
let's-
because it's a
listen,
girl, it's because
no.
of who it is.
Let's focus on right
I tried
now.
to be her
Let's-
sister.
Okay, but
I tried
okay.
to be her sister.
Okay, let's stop. We were getting to a nice moment. Now we kind of ruined it.
Just her.
Okay.
I ain't cussed, I ain't said nothing.
Is there a chance?
No.
No.
Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on. Good luck to you. Clotilde says that her fiancé, Tyrone, is the most loving and caring father. However, he questions the paternity of their 2 young children. You see, their 3-year-old son was born with a rare genetic condition that does not run in either of their families. But Tyrone says that's not the only reason he has doubts. He wants a DNA test on your children. How does that make you feel?
It hurts because we've been together for so long. We've been together like going on 7 years. And in our whole relationship, like neither of us have ever cheated. Like it's never been an infidelity thing. So it really does hurt.
Why in the world then would he need a DNA test?
Well, there's 2 reasons. The first is that our son has achondroplasia. So there's been parts of both of our families that have been like, well, that can't be your son because neither of you guys have that. It doesn't run in our families, all of that stuff. The second part is I have told him before that he is not the father in arguments.
Why would you do that?
Because I like to win.
Yeah, but
I like
that's
to
not
win.
winning. That's like screwing up yourself, right? Like, I don't know how you equate that to winning because that cannot make your relationship stronger, better. That's a really dangerous game to play, don't you think? What could you be fighting about that would make you say such a terrible thing? Like what, like, you know, everybody argues, but you know, you're getting into a fight. What are you fighting that makes you so want to really hurt this guy so bad?
Yeah, this is gonna sound petty, but like house chores, like, hey, take out
House chores?
House chores, yes.
Like what house chores?
Like I'll be like, okay, hey, can you like take out the garbage? And I'll be like, yeah.
I
I'll
didn't
do-
tell his kids aren't his.
I know it sounds really petty. It sounds really petty, but when you're asking for like 2 to 3 days and all this anger builds up, it's like now the argument really isn't about.
Why didn't you say, hey, you're 7'4", it's 2 steps outside to the garbage? Okay, garbage is done.
But when I have
How often have you told him he's not the father?
2 times that I can recall.
What does he think it's all because of this genetic condition?
Mm-hmm.
That probably comes into play, right?
I feel like when it comes to that, some of the self-doubt would be both of our families. Like
The families are planting a lot of seeds there.
yeah, they have said there's no way.
This must put a strain on your relationship.
It does. Like I feel bad because just hearing all the strain that what I've said has actually put on him.
Yeah. When you're in a relationship and you've been in one for so long, why would you even want to say anything mean to somebody that you love? You know what I mean? Because by hurting the person you love, they're hurt, and it's going to make the relationship worse, and it makes things harder for yourself. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
All right, you might want to think about that. All right, let's meet the rapper, Tyrone.
You know that they're your kids. You know they're your
Why was denied though?
You know they're your kids.
We here for you.
Yeah, but
We
you
wouldn't
know-
even be
but
out
you
here.
know that they're your kids. Like I don't have to explain that to you. You know they're your kids.
It's one thing to have words, granted, everybody in a relationship, you say stuff in the midst of argument. But that particular thing, you just can't say that and expect it to be normal. Those are my kids. I've been in their life since they've been born. So when you throw things out like that, they cut me deep. But at the end of the day, I love you, and that's why we're here to get the results. I do want to move forward, but whatever the situation is, I'm still gonna raise them boys. Amen.
Nice to meet you, Tyrone.
How you doing?
What is it that makes you really question whether you're the father to these 2 young boys? Is it just her saying, hey, by the way, you're not the father of these kids, or is it because of the genetic condition that your son has?
I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, it was a question there because as you see, I'm extremely tall.
Yeah.
She's tall. Both
Yeah, by the
sides-
way, I know you got heels on, but you're taller than me.
Yeah,
I am.
she's pretty
Yeah.
tall. So yeah, both sides of the family, we all tall. So
Yeah.
you know, my family also had questions about the diagnosis, but it kind of wasn't that much until she started throwing out, "I'm not the dad." So they kind
Yeah.
of put a little.
Well, right. That put the nail in the
Yeah.
coffin, right?
You can say whatever you want to say about me.
Right.
I hold that.
Yeah.
But why bring the children?
When you
in?
play with your boys, do you feel like it affects you? Does it impact like the way you treat them when you hold them?
I actually sit there and watch them and like, are they really mine? I try to look at
Tell you know those
resemblances.
are your kids.
But why would you say that though? You got to keep an open mind. Those are my children. Us having an argument, that's cool. We can say whatever, but when you
Yeah,
bring the
but
kids,
when we argue, you know that nothing is off limits. Like, let's not pretend and sit here and say,
the
oh.
children should be off limits. Not between me and you, the children. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, the children are my world. So why would you bring them into it I don't understand what's the gain out of that. Because right now, look where we at. We on national television. You trying to prove your point with something that should have never been said. That's all I'm saying.
You're my best friend, and I love you. And I apologize for saying stuff like that to you. I don't see the rest of my life without you. And I know that these boys are yours. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that they're not yours. And maybe that's something I need to work on is my anger.
So you have 2 children, right?
Together, yeah. We
Yeah.
have 2 kids.
And I'm saying the 2-year-old is not the one with the condition, right?
No.
Okay. By the way, when are you getting married?
I think about another 3 months, probably.
Oh,
so.
3 months. Okay.
I'm just trying to put a little leeway on it because I don't know what's going to happen right now. So I don't want to say.
I was like, damn. Now, if one of these come back and you're not the father,
It's
then
not
I
going to
think-
happen. It's
But
not
I'm
gonna
saying you'd have to rethink the whole thing, right?
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He looks just like you. Like, I'm not trying to pull a Mari moment, but he looks just like you. God. Come
You're
on.
not trying to do what?
Pull a Mari moment. But he looks like, look.
A Maury Povich.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, he looks like him.
Okay, this is DNA results for your 2-year-old son, Tyrone, and the DNA test comes back and that you are the father.
I told you.
Okay.
I told you. Look at him. He looks just like you.
Let's go.
Like, come on.
Let's go.
He's long and lanky just
But
like his dad.
I gotta imagine it's this guy that you really have concerns about because this is the one with the genetic condition. He is a cute guy.
That's my twin. That's my
Yeah.
twin.
That's my boy.
He's so cute.
You came here to take a DNA test for that little guy, and Tyrone, the DNA test comes back that you are the father of the
I
kid.
told you. I already told you that you were the dad. There was never a question in my mind. There was never a question. There was never a question. Now, do I think I'm wrong for saying so to you? Yes. Yes.
They changed the dynamic.
It's got to be a good feeling to
Yeah.
have that doubt erased from your mind.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. She's a beautiful person.
Sure.
Mind, body, and soul. Wonderful mother, and I wouldn't want a better best friend.
Yeah.
So.
But as all of us as humans, we always have a little to work on. And your little thing that you got to tweak there is, even in a fight, you got to remember, I love this person. I'm bringing children into the world with this person. I have to have a very certain level of respect for this person. And it works both ways, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. When Bree was just 13 years old, her mom, Christy's ex-boyfriend, was arrested and charged with sexual assault in the 3rd degree, which resulted in Bree being placed in foster care for 3 months. Bree says she was the victim and was raped year after year at the hands of her mom's ex. But Christy doesn't believe her. Bree, tell me what's going on.
So when I was 13, my mom's ex-boyfriend, I asked him if I could have an alcoholic beverage. He said, call your mom and ask her. I said, okay. So I called my mom. She said, yes, but ask my boyfriend because he's home with you. I said, okay, fine. So I hung up on her. I asked him, he said yes, so I went and got it. He opened it for me. I took a few sips. I got a little dizzy from taking it. I got a little tipsy. He rubbed his hand up my thigh and groped me. And I took 2 steps back and I said, hold on, I'm uncomfortable, don't do that. So then he changed the subject, asked if I wanted to watch a movie. I said, fine, but can we watch something that I'm interested in? Because, you know, I'm a 13-year-old girl. And I got in bed. His bed, the bed's here. He's on this side, so I walked around it, and I got on my mom's side of the bed. And I fell asleep watching a movie. He woke me up for lunch, and then I finished eating. He came back in the room. He laid beside me, like he got really close. I kind of scooted over this way. He played with my hair, started touching me. My mom has these hooks with chains on her ceiling. He tied me up with the Velcro straps, and he started raping me. I'm sorry. And I went outside to play with my cousin to pretend like it didn't happen. 3 days later, he got a paycheck. He paid me $30 to be quiet and not say anything to anybody.
And how old were you when this
I
was
was
happening?
13. I thought about it in my head. Should I tell my mom and stick up for myself? Or should I just be quiet about it and let it keep happening? So I decided in my head, I'm going to tell my mom. I told my mom and a family member. My family member told me that I should wait till we go to the police to report it, to tell anybody else. And then I went to school the next day, and in my head I was like, nah, I'm going to get out of class and I'm going to go to tell my counselor. I'm going to stick up for myself and I'm going to get him put away because he hurt me. And I told my counselor, and she called CPS. And I was in the room when she did it, and they said to her that I would have to be pulled out of the home. And I didn't like that answer because, you know, I'm 13. You're taking me away from the person I've known my whole life who's raised me. After school, I went home. I told my mom what happened, what the counselor said. So then we went to the police station to report it. They didn't believe me. So after that, I was taken out of the home. I was mistreated for 3 months in foster care. Then I was taken out of that home and sent to mental hospitals. And I was beat up by different kids till I had 4 concussions. Then I was sent to an all-girls home. After I left those, they put me back with my mother. They reunited us. At the time, they were still together.
She's still with the guy?
She was still with him. She didn't believe me. She still doesn't. That's why we're here today. She would go see him and I would be with her. She would take me with her to go see him at his house. She left me alone with him when she went to work.
She left you with the guy that you said raped you?
Yes. She didn't believe me. So she left me with him and we went and ran errands while she was at work. And on the way before we came back to the house, he stopped at a sex store. I stayed in the car for 10 to 15 minutes while he was in there. And then we got pizza and went back. And we had dinner. He was like, I'm going to sit on the couch. I was like, well, I'm going to go take a shower. And he was like, well, do you want to see something? I was like, what? Because, you know, at the time I didn't think anything of it. I was minding my business on my phone. And he just starts pulling it out anyways. He bought sex toys and he bought lingerie and he said it was for me. I did not feel comfortable, so I exited the conversation, went to take my shower. I heard a creak from the door because it's a very old house. I didn't think anything of it because I was just getting dressed and he was on the couch. And I felt his hand on my shoulder. He made me put on the lingerie and he laid me on the bed and he raped me again. And then my mom picked me up after she got off work and we went home and me and her got into it and I ran away from home.
I'm not trying to ruin anything you
Oh,
have.
no, you're good.
But I'm telling you, I have no interest in doing any harm to you, okay?
Oh, no, you're good.
But I'm believing you when you tell me that this man raped you repeatedly, okay? And if your mother doesn't believe you, if she didn't do anything, if she blames you to this day for ruining your life, she's a mother.
In my personal, I don't believe that that's because she didn't know it was happening because she was never around. She was
But you
always
told
gone.
her.
But I told her, but then she couldn't believe me because he's a grown man. She didn't
Because
think
she picked him over
it
you.
would. Yeah, she did.
Okay. You have
she
a son?
did. I do have a son.
And what happens in, how old
And I
is
hope
he?
to God
two,
it
two
never.
months?
Yeah.
What happens in 13 years if he comes to you and says, Mom, somebody molested me?
I'm sorry to say this on, but I will go to prison for life over my kid.
Exactly. Well, let's meet her. Here's Christy.
Boo all you want. You weren't there. You don't know the whole story. You're not me. You don't live my life. Hi,
Well, let's
Steve.
hear the whole story.
Hi, baby. You're crying. Look at me. You're beautiful. Stop it.
No, we're not going to.
Look at me. Come here. Let him boo me. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay,
Now-
tell me the whole story.
You know, she's told a lot of lies. We've had a lot of things
She's a
going.
liar.
She has lied a lot. She's tried several times in her past in her life. One, it happened in 2019.
I'll say this. I don't. I'm not.
And I
gonna
know
try.
you have your opinion of what you've
But
heard, and I'm just saying that.
kids lie.
They do lie.
Kids lie a lot.
They do, but they don't go
Yeah.
to school
But they
saying they're being
normally don't
abused.
lie about being raped.
No, they do not. But they normally also do not go and call that person to come rescue them, help them, go spend the time with
Yeah.
them.
What
She
was
never
your-
once came to me and said my boyfriend raped her. She never once came to me and said, Mom, he's doing
But she went
inappropriate
to
things.
school and she said that.
She went
you
to
were
school.
aware of it, right?
No, she wrote a note
But
on
once
a
she
counselor.
wrote the note to school,
They called
you
me.
became aware.
All right, we
and
went
what
to
did
school.
you think?
I was like, what is this going on? It was a slap in the face to me and him. Because
Oh, a slap in the face to the rapist.
to me and him, yes, knowing that that's what she wrote to school, and she
It was
not,
a slap in the face to
she
the rapist.
did not come to me, Steve, and tell me, Mom, this
Okay.
is going
but
on.
he was pissed.
He was mad because he was getting accused of this, and I said, well, is this true? Well, the thing is the day she wrote on that note, we weren't even in the town that we lived in. We weren't even home the day she said it happened. And this is the third attempt that she had tried saying
And what was
she
your
being
thought as a
abused.
mom? Why is my daughter lying about being raped?
My thought at the time was, why does she keep making up lies and stuff? What's going
So
on?
well, you
if
just
it's true or
repeated what
not?
I said. Why is my daughter lying about being raped?
Why is she lying on this family, on to get out of this family?
But she said she was raped. She's here on the Steve Wilkos show saying this for what reason?
Because she wants to, I guess, get out to where I believe that one incident that I can believe that tanked our lives, that blew up everything.
Oh, ruined your
and
life?
It ruined all of our lives. It ruined several lives, not even mine and hers.
Who-
Mine,
and who
hers,
else?
grandkids, other kids, other people.
and it just blew
It's
the
a
whole
big
world
family.
up. It
For
blew the
us,
whole world
it blew
up.
our world up. Yes,
Because
it
she
did.
lied.
We're on the show to get closure.
We're on the show to get closure and to kill that dude.
What did you do to find out if your teenage daughter was raped by your boyfriend?
We went to counseling. We went to the CPS. The Costco workers interviewed her. We took to several different things there. They interviewed him.
Did you
They
interview her?
Yeah, I talked to her and asked her if it's
Yeah.
true, but she kept
And
saying
you
it
didn't
was
believe her?
strange. No, because she said we asked, I said, was it nighttime, was it daytime? She kept changing her story. Everything kept changing on her.
Here's the other thing I find disturbing. You were talking on that tape, and you're describing your daughter like she's promiscuous, she was this,
She
that.
was.
She was
caught Mark.
What mother talks about her own daughter like that?
Well, the one that is trying to, the same mother that's trying to make sure she's not portraying me out as someone that don't about her, because I do. That's my only child. I fought tooth and nail
Do
through her.
you think you did a good job raising her?
Up until she hit puberty, yes.
And then you gave up.
No, I didn't give up. She started running away, started acting out. They couldn't tell me whether she was
Gee, you wonder why.
schizophrenic, she was bipolar.
You don't wonder
but
why
Steve,
she
you don't
ran
understand.
away.
You've not been there. Since she was little, she's always told
No,
lies.
I don't understand.
You don't.
No.
You really do not.
Because I have no
You have children
experience.
yourself, but do you have a
Oh, and I
child?
was a policeman,
But do you
and
have
I've
a-
only done
but
this
do
show
you
for
have a
18 years.
child that
I've
has
never
told
heard
lies
about
since
children
she's little?
running away. Never. Especially when a guy's raping her.
Well, if he was really raping her, he wouldn't be living. I don't know. I was never there. I was
You
at
don't
work.
know nothing, do you?
I know what I know. I know my
You
child.
know nothing.
Whatever, Steve. This is what you wanted, Bree? This is what you wanted?
I love the whatever. The
I mean,
Song
you
of the
weren't there,
Coward.
Steve.
No, I wasn't there.
I mean,
I
she
was
was-
busy making sure nobody was raping my daughter.
And, you know, I was busy working and raising mine. Say something, Bruce. Like, I wanted to come on this show years ago, and she begged me not to. She wants
Well,
to come
you're
on it, now
here
we're
now.
here. We are here.
You're here now.
And I love her with all my heart.
You know, this is why, this is a classic example why young women, young men on my show get
And it is.
because their parents are terrible, terrible.
I was not a terrible parent.
You're a terrible role model.
Speak up, Bree.
You're a
You
terrible
are.
mother.
See? In my child beliefs, I was not. Bree, say something.
You know what happens a lot on my show? Women picking men over their children.
Well, that's not what I've done. Because I broke up with him, and we stay broken up.
Let's find
And for
out,
10 years,
Christy.
I didn't have no one in my life but
Let's
her.
find out. Bree came here and took a lie detector test. And we asked her, between the ages of 13 and 17, did your mom's ex ever sexually assault you by having sexual contact and intercourse with you? She answered yes, and the result of her lie detector test is that Bree told the truth.
I told you.
Okay.
This is a mother who just found out that her daughter was repeatedly raped.
Okay.
This is her reaction.
Gary, it's fine. It's okay. What are you gonna do now? Okay.
Bree, what do you want to say to your mother?
I love you with all my heart, but when I first told you, you should have believed me because I'm your flesh and blood.
And I get that, but look at me. You cannot blame me for not believing me when you told all the lies prior to that. The lie in December, I mean, abuse.
And I don't blame you because I did. I was very flirtatious and
I don't care
sexual
about
with
the
other little
flirtatious
boys.
sexual. I'm talking about
No,
the
you know
lies.
what? Hey, I'm going
The
to stop
CPS
you right
lies.
there.
You have no reason to be sad
You know
for
what?
that. I'm
You're a
mad for that.
13-year-old girl at the time. No
Well, you were
adult
14,
man
15.
should be thinking a 13-year-old's flirting with them.
But she also, see, she should not have lied about lying. You hear me?
You know
She
what?
was
I'm
in
sorry.
that facility.
You know what?
One second.
I
One
can't
minute.
do it. I
Well, then
can't
I'm leaving.
stand here and listen to a mother like you run her mouth. Get the off my stage.
Well, you wanted it, baby, so we got it. But it's okay. But look at me. You know yourself. You can't blame me for that when you say in December we're beating and we're not. July you said you happened, it did not.
I just wish you would have believed me from the start.
I wish you
we
would've-
didn't have to do any of this.
I wish you would have just came to me when it started and been honest about it.
I was honest. You just didn't believe
Maybe
me.
In December when you said I was abusing you, that was not being honest because the school found that not true and you weren't being abused.
Well,
And then
I'm
you kept
glad-
running away.
I'm glad that you got the closure you needed, and I did too.
I'm glad that we know it's
I
true.
love
a
you.
lot. I love you. Yeah, I'm not a bad mom.
You need, because she's still questioning you, okay?
No, I'm
She's,
not
yes, you are.
questioning it.
Yes, you are.
She was a
Listen,
great
let me
mom
tell you.
to me.
Oh,
okay,
no,
She
well,
tried her
listen.
best.
I don't want
It's
to. I don't
fine.
want to ruin anything for you. I really don't.
It's fine.
But I do want to say to you, you need help. You need somebody to talk to. If we can guide you in that place, so you can get help and realize what was done to you, and you, because this isn't. Listen, this isn't going to go away in you. Okay? You need real help to get over this. And again. I hope that you get the help. I hope you'll take it.
Thank
I hope
you.
you have a wonderful life with your husband and your son. And again, you're get the get out of here. Tatiana and Gary were best friends with benefits, and that was perfect for them. Until she started to suspect that he was benefiting from other people. You see, she says Gary was seen in a hotel room with one of their gay friends. And that's not all. She also heard a rumor that her ex hooked up with Gary as well. Did you ever suspect Gary being gay?
So When we were in high school, like people used to say that he was and think that he was because of like how he talked or how he dressed. He's my best friend, so like I never really cared.
Did you ever ask him, hey, you gay?
Yeah,
Yeah, what do you say?
no,
No, there you go.
right. I don't believe him.
Yeah. If he slept with somebody else, would you get jealous?
We had an agreement to only be sleeping with each
the
other.
Oh, so even though you're not in a relationship, you have agreement that you can't sleep with other people.
Yeah, he went out his way to say that he's not sleeping with anybody else, and he hasn't since we've been dealing with each other. And it's just ever since we've been doing this, the allegations been coming up.
From whom?
First, my ex.
Oh, that
No.
you're sleeping with your ex.
I'm not sleeping
Oh,
with
that
my ex.
he's sleeping with the ex.
Yes.
How did that come up?
We had broke up, and a few months later, my ex found out that I was seeing Gary. So when
And he said,
found out-
oh, I'm doing him.
he said he did him.
He did him.
Yeah.
And did you say, I didn't know that you were gay?
Yeah. So when he said it, I was like, so then you're gay.
Right.
He was like, I'm not gay. What you mean you're not gay?
Yeah.
You're gay.
And then, so then you asked Gary, and what did he say?
He said it's not true that he lying, and everybody thought he was lying because that was my ex, and he was just trying to make sure I'm not messing.
Yeah, maybe the guy's just screwing with you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So I didn't believe
He
him all the
doesn't
way.
like that you're sleeping with Gary.
No.
Oh, then there was another accusation.
Yes. So recently, he was seen coming out of a hotel room, well, a hotel around checkout time with our gay friend. So pretty much like I was going about my day, and I got a phone call from a relative of mine who works in the hotel, and she said,
I just saw your boyfriend walking out with a gay guy out of a hotel room.
she said it a little differently. She said, hey, we should go out for drinks later. I just seen them walking out my job, and she works at a hotel. So I'm like, what you mean they was walking out your job? And she was like, yeah, I just seen them. I said, we should go out for drinks later. And they were like, okay. So I'm like, did you ask them what they were doing there? She was like, oh, they said nothing. And then she said,
Hey, what are you doing? Nothing.
Yeah, what you mean nothing? It's like I'm looking at the time. It's like 10:30, 11 a.m. That's like checkout hours.
Yeah, like they spent the night in a hotel room.
Right.
You would be upset if he's sleeping with men.
Yes.
Would you be upset if he's sleeping with women? Not as much.
Not as much, because I did do what I did.
Now, why does it upset you more that it's men?
Mainly because of the accusations, because I'm hearing that it's my ex, and because I'm hearing that it's a mutual friend that I was actually letting
So
stay
it's
with
not
me.
so much that they're men, it's that you've had previous, one, you have a friendship with a friend, and then one, it
Yeah,
was
we
your
both
ex.
do. That's what I'm saying. We
Right,
both do.
so that you're thinking that's a little sneaky if they're doing that. All right, well, let's meet Gary.
Why are you laughing?
Because I'm not really gay when we having sex, but
What? This is about when we're not having sex. What you're doing when we're not.
valid point. Valid point.
So what's so funny?
Everything. The fact that I'm here, that's funny.
So I kind of misunderstood. You said, I'm not gay when I'm having sex with you.
Yeah, she don't think that I'm gay when we having sex.
But are you gay the rest of the time?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
That was a valid question. That was a valid question. Nah,
Yeah, I was confused. So, you guys have been friends, right? Mm-hmm. And at some point she says to you, hey, Gary, would you like to have sex? And you said, oh my God, it's a dream come true. Right? I mean, well, she's a very attractive woman, and we're friends, and she's saying, let's just have sex with no strings attached.
That's what I said.
Yeah, jackpot, man. Pretty good. So when you start being intimate with her, right? Mm-hmm. You're enjoying it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you ever think, boy, I'd like to be in a relationship with her?
No.
No. Why not?
So she checks off some good. She checks off bad. So the draft would have dropped from a first round draft pick to a fifth round draft
Ask him
pick.
what the
And
negative is, Steve.
we
Ask him what the
already,
negative is.
From a first to a fifth?
yeah.
Now, right off the bat, when you hear this, is this somebody you see yourself wanting to be with?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Now, and this isn't a slam on you, but it seems like you're clowning her a little bit right now.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So when you see a guy doing that, now maybe it's just for the show. I'm assuming he doesn't treat you like this in private.
Steve, I call Cat.
You call what?
Cat.
What does that mean?
He's lying.
Oh, he's lying.
This whole big cap.
What is the word?
Cap.
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 I call Cap Steve.
When did this come around?
He can say what he wants, but he's still where?
With you.
Right.
Yeah. Now, she slept with a guy not too long ago because you went to Vegas.
You could say that.
Well, that's what she said.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Cap.
What does that make you angry that she slept with
No.
somebody? No.
Not at
You
all.
don't care at all.
At all.
When you were in Vegas, what were you doing?
Partying. 10 of us went to Vegas.
And you didn't want to sleep with anybody out there?
I didn't. It's not that I didn't want to. I just didn't. It wasn't my intention.
Yeah.
I came there to get
He
drunk
took a pause.
and
But-
gamble.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been to Vegas, gambling, drinking, all that. It's all good stuff, right?
Party.
Yeah.
I never been to Vegas. That was my first time.
Oh, you loved it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, how was the sex?
Where? How was the sex where?
In Vegas.
I didn't have sex in Vegas.
Ah, okay.
He's saying it with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
I smiled about everything. I smiled since I came out.
What if she said to you, hey, this intimacy thing, it's kind of screwing my head. I have feelings for you. I'd like to be with you.
No.
Now, why are you taking lie detector tests?
Because why did I?
Why did both of you?
I don't know why I did.
I don't know why either one of you did.
Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
I need to know if he slept with my ex, because that's
Oh,
very
right.
important. And then
If you slept with your friend, that's
our
bonus.
friend.
Did you sleep with either one of them?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Have you ever had sexual intercourse with your gay friend? You answered no. He told the truth. Have you ever had sexual contact with your gay friend? And he said yes.
He told the truth.
No, he admitted he had sexual contact with the gay friend. Then we go on to ask him about your ex.
What was the contact? You can stop typing.
Take a guess. Okay. Then we go on to ask about your ex. Have you ever had sexual intercourse with Tatiana's ex? He answered no. He told the truth. Have you ever had sexual contact with Tatiana's ex? And he answered yes.
That's funny.
This is being with women. Since being sexually exclusive with Tatiana, have you had sexual intercourse with any other women? He answered no. He told the truth. Since being
Nah, don't clap for him.
sexually exclusive with Tatiana, have you had sexual contact with any other women? And he answered yes. So, ex, gay friend, and women, all sexual contact with all of them.
Right.
This is supposedly a friend of yours.
Right.
He's very flippant,
Best friend.
not cool. Tatiana, no way you did anything bad.
No way.
No way.
No way.
I ain't sleep with our friends.
I ain't sleep with them either.
Tatiana confessed to sleeping with 2 other men. One Gary knows about, and one he doesn't.
I knew about the other one though. I just didn't want to bring her on Steve Wilkos to confirm it.
Then we go on to ask her, besides the 2 men, since being sexually exclusive with Gary, have you had sexual intercourse with any other man? She answered no. Besides those 2 men, since being sexually exclusive with Gary, have you had sexual contact with any other man? She answered no. The result came back the same to those 2 questions, and it came back that Tatiana told the truth.
Congratulations.
Do Do you want to be friends with her?
Yeah.
Do you want to keep sleeping with her?
That's up to her to decide.
That was a yes or no.
2 questions. 1, are you going to keep sleeping with them?
No.
No, that part's over. Do you even want to be
Leave
friends
it to
with
the
him?
audience. No, I'm like so confused. See, I wasn't prepared to hear that answer because I've been asking for like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So like, if we're friends, like why are you lying? Why'd you do it?
You know, in your personal life when you're back home, if he's treating you like this, like he's on stage, then I don't understand how you're friends with this guy.
Yeah,
But I don't think you should even be doing it here. It's not very nice, and the whole, like you said,
Yeah.
the thing with the ex. But here's the other thing. You know, I do think it's a problem. Like, listen, as a man, saying, hey, if I had an attractive female friend and she was going to give me guilt-free sex, hey, man, that sounds great.
It's not guilt-free.
But I'm not stupid enough to think like, oh, there'll be no feelings involved. I mean, listen, I think if you're intimate with somebody on any level, feelings are eventually gonna come into play. It sounds like a great idea, but it usually is not, right?
Yeah, and then he do it with me after he do it with the ex. That's crazy. Oh, that don't even make sense.
Anything you want to say to her?
I didn't have sex with them.
Okay.
Contact
Anything you
and
want?
sex is
Anything you want to
different.
say to him?
No.
Is it over?
Yeah.
All right.
Boo-boo.
Thanks for being on the show. Sorry about that, man. Jarvis left his family and moved out of state without telling his longtime girlfriend, Daisha, because he had a hunch. He says the feeling was so strong he just couldn't shake it. You see, he believes Daisha was having an affair with his ex-boss. And not only did Jarvis move away, he also stopped financially supporting Daisha and their 2 young children, which resulted in her losing her home. But now, 6 months later, Daisha called my show because she wants Jarvis back. She believes my lie detector test is going to fix their relationship. He leaves you, doesn't give you any money, you lose your house, he doesn't even contact you, doesn't even tell you he's leaving, and you want that guy back.
Yes, I do.
Why?
I love him, and I feel like he's my person.
That's your guy.
Yes, I do. I feel like he's my guy.
I'm not gonna just abandon my kids,
Right.
right? He doesn't leave any money so that your kids can be fed, that they can make sure they're sheltered. He just takes off.
Yes. Yes.
And that's the guy you're attracted to.
Sad to say, but yes.
Yeah, it's really sad. If you're my daughter, I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you?
That's right.
How many kids do you have?
We have 2 together.
2 together. And do you have more?
Yes, I have 2 older children.
Okay, so you got 4 kids you're raising, right?
Yes.
They got to be fed every day?
Yes.
They need a place to live?
Yes.
Need heat? Need a bunch of stuff, right? Clothes?
Yes.
And if he just takes off and doesn't provide, what the hell?
Yes.
What stages of your kids with him?
They're 2 and 3.
Does 3-year-old ever say, where's daddy?
Yes.
Yeah, and what did you say?
I felt really bad about it.
No, what did you tell them?
He was at work.
So you lied to your kids? Listen, I'm
Yes.
not saying you were wrong. I'm saying you had to lie to your kids
Yes.
because you didn't want to hurt them. You didn't want to say, daddy's a bust out and just left you, right? Daddy's a bum. And daddy left us with no money. And we lost our house. They come evict you?
Yes.
They kick you out of the house? You stand on the street, all going on the lawn?
We live in a shelter.
Now you live in a shelter. How'd that feel?
It hurts
Yeah,
really bad.
yeah. And that's the guy you want back. The guy that did that to you. Why did he leave?
He accused me of sleeping with his ex-boss.
Did you?
No.
No. Why did he think you slept with the ex-boss?
He started saying that his ex-boss was saying, he thought that I looked it good and He was saying subliminal things, and I don't know. I really couldn't tell you why. He'll have to. I can't.
I'm sorry, I got to go back to it. I just can't let it go. When they came and threw you out of your house and your kids are standing on the street and you don't know where you're going, what did that feel like?
It hurted.
And now you're in a shelter. You're in a shelter now.
Yes.
Where's he at?
He lives with his aunt.
Oh, that's nice. He's got a nice bed?
He has his own room.
Yeah, he's got his own room. That's nice, right? Refrigerator with food. Boy, that's got to be really nice, right? You don't have your own room in a shelter?
Yeah, me and my kids share a room.
You share a room.
With my
So
children.
you could have a nice refrigerator.
We have a fridge and stuff that we share with other people.
With other people, yeah. You have your own bathroom?
Yeah. Well, we share it with another family.
Well, I was going to say, you don't get your own bathroom.
Right.
Yeah. It's got to be tough living in a shelter.
It is.
But he's got his own little house, little room at Auntie's house, huh? And you say, what about us?
Yeah.
What does he say?
He always has excuses about what he needs and what he has to do.
So he doesn't put his kids first.
Not in my eyes, he don't.
Yeah. It's one thing to say, I'm going to put my feelings aside the way you treated me, but how do you put your feelings aside for what he did to your kids? I mean, that is brutal. Not taking care of your kids, having your kids put out on the street. Like, how can you forgive him for that? Do you think, like, there's no other man out there for you?
Yeah, I know it is.
And you'd be way better off by yourself than a guy that does nothing for you and abandons you.
That's right.
Let's meet Mr. Wonderful, Jarvis.
Come out here like a victim, because you're not a victim.
Hey, whenever it's my turn, I'm ready to
You
talk.
left me and the kids and we lost everything. Don't come out here like a victim.
Check this out, Steve. It was her idea to come to the show, right? So I agree. That's how I go. Cool. We've been together 8 years consistently, right? So she tells me, like, 3 or 4 days before we come up here. Now, I've cheated in the past. I've taken full accountability for that, right? I've got nothing to hide. 3 or 4 days before we fly to your show, right? Well, they're gonna ask me if I ever cheated on you in 8 years. She said, well, there was this one time. Why am I just finding out about it? You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but one against 20-something, I mean, you're really going to
it
get
ain't
upset?
no comparison. I mean, like,
Yeah,
I've done
exactly.
more. Okay, so I've done.
Including the babies.
Okay. Listen.
She gave you 2 children?
No, he had possible babies on the outside
But I'm saying,
that
had-
I took care of.
So listen, right?
I can see why you love her. I can.
I do
Because
care a lot
if you
about her. I
can
love
do,
her.
yeah, but if you find a woman that you can do whatever you want and there's no repercussions,
Right.
you can go out and sleep with other women and get them pregnant and have babies, and she'll help watch them, man, yeah, you hit the jackpot. My point is this. When you're a team, you abandon your teammate.
Right.
Who does that?
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, that's bad.
I have feelings too, though. Like, my
But
feelings
when
matter.
Everybody has feelings, man.
Right.
You know what? When you're an adult and you create a family,
Right.
you got to make tough decisions. You have to tough it out, don't you?
Right,
You just don't run away.
Right.
How does running away solve anything? I mean, you know, you're not a kid. You're not 21.
If the environment is becoming too harsh and we always fussing and we always
But you
going-
didn't even tell her you were leaving.
She told me I was delusional. So I did.
You are delusional.
So I told her, I said, okay.
And then why'd you wait a couple weeks before you even tell her where you're at or what's going on?
I just left, man, because like you trying to tell me I'm crazy, I
You
need to
are.
go take medicine and all this. I drive around this whole country. I ain't never missed a beat. How am I crazy,
Steve,
delusional?
he left because of a thought.
Yeah.
I stayed with him after all the mess he has done to me. So why would you leave because of something that you think after I stayed with you after
we'll
the
see
things
if it
you
was
have
just something
done?
I thought.
Yes, we
bit.
will.
We'll see.
We will.
But here's another thing, right?
Okay. Hold on. Because, you know, I know where we're going. What could he do that you would say, okay, that's the line in the sand. You cross that, I am not taking you back.
I am
Because he's
tired,
cheated
I-
on you, he's abandoned you, he's abandoned your kids, he left you high and dry, you got evicted. What could he do where you'd say, we're not together anymore? What could he do? What would he do that you would say, no way, no how?
We're not together anymore now.
Yeah, but you want him back.
I wouldn't mind trying to figure things out, but we're not together anymore right now.
Well, but why aren't you together? Because he doesn't want to be with you?
We're not together anymore right now because of the situation,
Right,
because of what he
but
accused
if he
me
said,
of.
if he looked at you in your eyes right now and said, oh, Daisha, I love you, I want you back.
It's not going to be that easy.
Really?
It's not going to be that
See,
easy.
I think you're pretending right now.
Okay, we're going to find
Are you
that
acting?
out. It's not going to
Or are
be
you
that
telling me the
easy.
truth?
It's not going to be
Well,
that
let's
easy.
find out. Again, you didn't take a lot of text tests because you're a serial cheater, right?
That's how you look at it.
But you,
That's right.
good look, a woman comes along, she offers you sex, you're taking it, right?
Not every time.
Not every time, but 95% of the time.
Right.
60.
60.
No, I'm just playing. I'm joking. Just playing.
Daisha came here and took a lot of text tests, and we asked her, while in a relationship with Jarvis, did you have sexual physical contact with Jarvis's ex-boss? She answered no. While in a relationship with Jarvis, did you have sexual intercourse with Jarvis's ex-boss? She answered no. Did you ever sneak Jarvis's ex-boss into your home while he was at work? She answered no, other than the one time 8 years ago that you confessed to Jarvis. While in a relationship with Jarvis, have you had sexual contact or intercourse with any other man? She answered no. The results came back all the same to those 4 questions, and it came back Daisha told the truth.
I was wrong. So, I mean, I
I
apologize.
know that you were wrong, and you knew you were wrong. So like I said, you're delusional.
Yeah.
You're delusional. You made it all up in your mind, like I said.
So what would you?
But I'm not taking you back. You're going to have to work for it. Real hard, too, like I told you at home. Real hard. You said you weren't kissing no ass, but that's the only way I'm going to take you back.
So you're not going to kiss ass?
That's what he said. And unless you're doing that, then we won't be a family.
I mean, you know,
That's
she's
the
a good.
truth.
She's been a good woman to me. So, whatever adjustments I need to make, I can do that.
You know, every relationship in the world, I don't care who you are, you're going to hit bumps in the road and you're going to have arguments. But I know 100% in this world, I know my wife is never, ever, ever going to leave me. And she knows the same about me. I'm not going anywhere, she ain't going nowhere. No matter what happens, she's going to have my back and I'm going to have hers.
Absolutely.
Don't you want that?
I always have had your back. Ain't that what the test said?
I mean, up until the time that I left, I always been there too, supporting.
But I mean, is there going to be another time where you feel overwhelmed and stressed and you're going to take off again?
Nah, I mean, I do love Daisha, and I love our kids. I love the family that we created. That's why the situation bothered me so much, to, you know, feel like this was going on,
Okay.
you know.
That's your man?
Nope. He got to work for it.
He's
Real
got to work for
hard.
it before he gets it back.
Real hard.
So what are you doing? You going home with them?
Well, we live in the same area, so yeah.
All right, well, take your man by the hand and see you later.
Come on, let's go.